Hello, and welcome to Badwater Point C. Sorry about the wait. Small disclaimer, no clipboards used in the making of this video to save time, due to I'd have to push the cart to open some gates. So, there are a few no clips screens because of these gates. Don't worry, I still am covering all positions. So without further ado, let's get started. Sentry Point 1.
4, 3, 2.
This is a high-risk pub use. Be very careful when using this position.
Sentry going
It can easily backfire on you. However, we cover a lot of ground for ourselves and with the cart. If the cart gets pushed by here, we hold great advantage. We cover the front and the side door with our sentry, which is our escape route. So if they get the cart by, it'll be easy. For people trying to get in here, however, they're going to have a very, very difficult angle at trying to get rid of this gun. However, there are many ways to take it out via Uber or spy timing. If you need to escape, you have two options. Go through our side exit or jump around while the enemy's focused on your gun and get out of the door. The second option is pretty bad if they're still out there. If you have a rescue ranger or love to use it, you can use it so enemies can fire in on your gun, but you're out of the range of their sight, so your gun will be maintained for a while. However, don't rely on it if they push in with an Uber or spy zaps the gun. The best class for taking out this will be a sniper without an Uber, and he will aim for your feet. Body shots are legit tactics. Overall, the Sentry Spot 1 gets a 5 out of 10. It's a difficult and simple sentry. It's double-edged, so use with great caution. Now, Sentry Spot 2 is down in this little railroad pit.
Sentry going up.
It is pub use. It is an easily spammed out position, so you must be careful. And when I say careful, very careful. There are multiple angles that you can be attacked from, but there are multiple angles that you can defend from. Just remember that there are upsides and downsides to everything, and our sentry will help cover above us. Now, there are an easy spam angle, and if they decide to hide behind the cart, it is possible. So, be very wary of that. Demo men and soldiers will take you. Heavies can also take out the sentry due to their close range. Their cone-like bullet spread is very tight up close. So it'll eat through your sentry, and potentially it'll eat through you. So use very big caution with that one. Our Wrangler will help us cover anyone who tries to get above our platform and along our staircase and corners. However, you can see a wall blocks most of us. But I wouldn't rely on the Wrangler here. The sentry can cover it by itself. Use the shield of it to help you last until friends come by, or you're ready just to retreat. They'll spend time to get through it. If we readjust our angle, we remove corner spam and force players back a bit more to try and get rid of the sentry.
30 seconds.
Every use of it has its upside and downside. Using our Wrangler from here, we can cover spam and near walls, And we can fire rockets with a level 3 to force players off the wall and towards our gun.
Seconds.
Sentry Spot 2 gets a 3 out of 10.
5,
Easily spammed out without a hole near the front. Sentry Spot 3 is a pub use multi-engineer use. You are missing a lot of angles here. We cover both sides of our door with our sentry gun sitting in the platform. It keeps demos and soldiers from cornering the gun. With the Wrangler, we can cover both doors. However, use the shield over picking targets with it. If you need to keep it just so a few seconds can go by on an Uber while your teammates corner them, do it. Our gun covers this room. However, it covers a lot of the map, such as the upper platform and underneath here. The enemy team, blue team, can just walk right by it, never have to look at it, never have to deal with it. However, it can be a double-edged blade if they choose to ignore it. With the right door open to blue side, our only escape method will be through the left door to red side. Sentry Spot 3, 3 out of 10.
Moving out.
It's easily ignored by blue team.
There wasn't getting any
Sentry
lighter.
Spot number 4, pub use. You will need some teamwork with this spot. We cover multiple angles, such as the side door, the stairs, and part of the cart area. This allows our team to cover inside the building, underneath, and inside the right-hand room. Based on where they are, will help you position your gun to what you'll cover. If they're going to cover the right room more, position it forward. If they're covering the stairs more, position it backward. You will need to watch out for spies and soldiers though. They can get around and take down your gun from the right side or behind you. It gets a 2 out of 10 for no teamwork, 4 out of 10 if teamwork's used to hold the rooms. Be careful. Sentry Spot 5, pub use. It's a choking sentry.
Go on, get.
Be very, very careful. If not, your sentry gun can be cornered by soldiers and demos, and a heavy and pyro can do it too if you place your gun this way. Don't do this. Rotate it to look forward. Pyro runs by before the gun will turn around to its left. Get around, sentry will start repositioning. Heavy can do it too and drop down and get it.
I'm moving this.
It's very painful for that. So we back up our gun. We move and give ourselves more sight range. We lose only 2 little areas of sight, being those beams, but it removes a cornering issue for demos and soldiers, because they have to walk into a spam box now. But if they get behind these beams, it can be jumped upon. Odds are low though, because your teammates should be attacking them.
Mission ends in 60
Watch out for
seconds.
up along the platform. It can be shot down with players practice with shooting over the railing, and spy drop stabs from here are just as much of a threat as well. So be very careful, because they can drop, stab, zap, run. If you keep moving around this area and watching up above, the harder it'll be to be stabbed or shot down.
30 seconds.
If you need to, use your rescue ranger and stand out a bit from the platform. This placement gets a 6 out of 10. Use your movement and be wary of your line of sight.
Mission ends in 10
Last word
seconds.
would be rotate your gun.
5,
Just rotate it, right click.
3,
That's all it takes.
1. Victory. 60 seconds.
Sentry Spot 6. The cart corner. This is a pub use spot. and placing against the wall or out too far can be a disadvantage. Setting this gun is a big matter. Too far out, it's easy to target, but it gives you cover. Too far in, and it won't shoot much, meaning it's going to do nothing.
Mission begins.
Use at your discretion what you like. Personally, I like this angle. I get a fair bit of cover, and I get a fair amount of shooting from my gun, even with the Wrangler. I can cover the staircase, and along up to the window here, so my gun has a great view.
Seconds.
It keeps myself safe. Everyone who tries to approach it will probably be shot, but there are a lot of angles I need teammates to cover for me if I am to use this spot. Now over here I'm out of the sight and range of the gun, meaning soldiers and demos will be able to spam me out eventually. It may take a while, or if they're coordinated, it can work. But they can also come from up top here too. If they're not spotted and dealt with by other players on your team, they can take out your gun from looking over this little railing, coming over to the window, spamming from over at that staircase, and coming from behind. There's 4 angles of approach to the Sentry. If your teammates are doing their job, they'll mitigate it down to 2. Sentry spot gets a 6 out of 10. Be careful where your teammates are and where blue can come from. It will save you. And our final spot, Sentry spot 7. This is used for competitive and can also be used for pub. You have a protective window. This covers a lot of ground with this Sentry, but your gun must be level 2 for it to work. If it's not level 2, it can't reach over the windowsill. So level 2, the height's been reached. Having the gun at level 3 is even better. This position will cover you from both snipers and spies. Spies will be dealt with just a little bit later. With our Wrangler, we have advantage. We cover everything. Spam pit, side door, platform, stairs, right side corridor. We cover ourselves to the grade. Our biggest threat will always be this right side corridor. Having a pyro, a soldier, teammate there will help, especially if they've got good aim. If we minorly readjust our gun, we can change the view greatly. Now, our big problem is spies. Spies get up here, they'll stab us while we're wrangling. So to deal with spies, use your dispenser like I showed you in part B to block off the path so teammates can handle them. Build it up, you can't get around the side. However, if you don't angle it just right, he'll get around it or jump over it. So your big thing is putting your dispenser in the right place. What you do is pick it up and make sure 3/4 of the blueprint are over top the stairs.
Wasn't getting any lighter.
When they're over top the stairs, look at the base. You'll see it's not on the staircase, it's hovering above it. This denies jumping, and it allows you to make yourself a rotating door yourself. Come up, grab your gun, place it back down. This will take a bit of practice. Run, you're at your gun again. Or you're ready to set back up again. You remove that one big threat, and you cover everything. Remember, we cover everything with this gun. Wrangle your gun with your Sentry. At no point does letting the Sentry go on its own benefit you.
60 seconds.
So if you wrangle it, perfect. If they get up close and your team's gone, drop the wrangle, run. Just run. You have multiple hiding places and escape routes. You can hide behind the wall to remove spam. Hide in the pit if the gun goes down and they don't come up and check for you. Jump out the window, take the back door. And always remember, have a buddy to watch these areas as well. You can get rid of spies, soldiers, demos, anyone who tries to get through here. This final Sentry spot gets a 9 out of 10. It's an almost impenetrable fortress. Have your friends or your teammates at the ready. And thanks again. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share,
Mission ends in
and join our
10
community
seconds.
group as well. You'll get to learn a bit more about Engineer.
5,
Thanks for watching.
3,
Let's build something in the next one.
1.